Hello, in this video I'm going to give a quick overview of a hospital balance scorecard template that I have here. And the goal of this video is to give you a sense of what balance scorecard is, how this template can help you, and obviously give you some starting points to start creating your own balance scorecard, probably for hospital, probably for some other similar organization from a healthcare domain. So how this scorecard is organized here? I'm going to use BSC Designer software to showcase this template. And I have here some key performance indicators for hospital. I have here a strategy map, a dashboard, and the best visual picture of a balance scorecard comes from a strategy map, of course, and that's what we see here. On the top, we can see a mission statement for this map. Then we have four perspectives. Here on the left, finance, clients, internal hospital processes, and learning and growth. Some legend below to help us understand what the colors stand for. And inside of each of the perspectives, we have these rectangles that are actually business goals. And these rectangles are connected with each other. So we can see the logical connection between these goals. And inside each of this rectangle, we can see some lines. And these lines are the indicators and initiatives. So for example, here I have two login indicators, patient confidentiality index and improve admission to the hospital indicator. And I have an improve morale leading indicator. So I can use these colors, the gray color and green color, to understand what kind of indicators we're dealing with. And looking at this legend, I can see that the green stands for leading indicators, gray stands for login indicators, and obviously you can always change this according to your needs. Like for example, here I have confidentiality index that is now login indicator, but obviously I can change it to a leading indicator, and its role in terms of calculation of the performance of this goal will be changing. And if you want to know more details, you can check out some training videos where all these nuances about leading indicators, login indicators, progress, performance, all this is explained in detail. Okay, so we have four perspectives. We have business goals inside each of the perspective, and we have some indicators and initiatives. For example, this one, integrate system of verification, is an initiative with some budget. So we have all this data, and it gives us this picture. One important thing that is this strategy map is just a template. So if I want to modify it, I can do it without any issues. I can just go to KPI tab, pick the indicator or the goal that I need to modify. Say I have here training per unit, I can change it to training hours per unit. And once I do this, all changes are reflected on the strategy map. I see here this indicator, now it's training hours per unit. Obviously, I can also remove things that I don't need because it's templates, so probably most of the goals won't work for you and you would like to customize them. Or you can also add new goals. Let's add a new item here. We call it do training, for example, some general goal, and we'll align some indicator with it, like for example training hours, just in with some measure units. We can put here some data like 4 hours with a target to maximize up to 6 hours. decide about the importance of indicator. Now we have just one indicator, so it doesn't matter. If you want to minimize or maximize it, give it a context. Okay, it's login, select a strategic theme for this goal. So if it's trading, probably it's related to operational excellence, for example. So we can create additional goals here. Like now I have this goal here with my indicator, and I can go ahead and start linking it to other goals. So the point is that everything is customizable, and there are many options to set up. And clicking on this icon, camera icon, we can access some specific training videos for different functions of BSC Designer. But again, it's not the point is not to showcase the software, but to showcase this template, how we can actually work with it. Important thing is how the Balanced Scorecard strategy map is supposed to be read, because here we have many goals, many objects, and we can start from some point, and it's not really clear what it all is all about. So how should we read this strategy map? I suggest to read this map from the last perspective, because it's kind of base for the rest of the strategy map. So let's pick this: improve experience, some generic goal measured by training hours per unit. And that's what we are supposed to do. We're supposed to do some training that will lead to improving of the experience of, I guess, some hospital personnel. Okay, and this is supposed to help us with this goal, disease control. So again, it's a template, no specific recommendations, no specific initiatives, just some examples. But again, I see this disease control goal. I see that it's influenced by two leading indicators. In this case, it's improve experience, which comes from this goal, and childhood immunization, which is a separate indicator. I can go to KPIs tab, find this indicator here, had it in internal process perspective, disease control. So it's supposed to be here, yeah. And we can see its data. We can see how the performance is calculated. We can change some settings here. We can track how the values of this indicator were changing, many things. Again, so these are two leading factors. Then we have a login indicator that helps us to validate the results achieved in terms of disease control. In this case, it's mistake incidents. I see there is some initiative, so giving some link to some article about near miss reporting. Okay, so we have this goal here. Now, when we achieve this goal, it's our internal goal. What is supposed to happen with on the level of customers? How will customers see the results of this goal? Probably, again, it's a template, just an example. We'll see, we'll achieve increase in medication safety. Again, some indicators, leading and lagging indicator. In this case, we have just two leading indicators, some initiatives that we see here. Okay, and once this goal is achieved, what financial results will we see? We'll see that this goal, driving revenue and profits, is influenced by these three goals. So that is a very brief overview of the logic of a balanced scorecard for a hospital or healthcare domain. And if you want to learn more about this topic, how the logic flows from different perspectives, how to come up with specific goals from this, for this scorecard, I would recommend this article. It's called 4 Perspectives of the Balanced Scorecard, where we review all the perspectives in the detail, giving some recommendations. And in terms of the metrics, you have some metrics here, like general metrics, like training hours, mistake incidents, bed or room turnover, some metrics that are useful for healthcare domain. But in the most cases, the really good metrics are not coming from some long lists of the indicators that you can find on the internet. The best metrics come from your team, from your experience, from your challenges, because they need to address your challenges. And if you're looking for a system that will help you to find these metrics, I recommend for you to check out this article, 12-step system for the most challenging metrics and KPIs. So it describes steps that you need to do to pass to come up with a good key performance indicators. Also we can look at some other stuff here. I see that, for example, this indicator bed or room turnover is not a simple indicator, because the chart here on the right reflects that the performance function is a kind of this one. So we have a green zone somewhere in the middle, like having too many beds occupied is probably not the best thing, but having too few beds occupied is also not a good thing. So again, it's software that helps us to explain some of the details. Finally, how to get this template. Actually, it's easy. You just need to have an account with BSC Designer Online. If you have a trial account, it will work as well. So you go to your account, to My Scorecard section, and click this New Scorecard button. Here you have more templates button that gives you an access to all of the templates that we have for now. Obviously, we'll be adding more. And you just pick the right template, like here, Hospital Balanced Scorecard, and use it according to your needs. You modify it, customize it. You go to dashboard, you put here some charts related to your data that are more important. You go to analysis tab, you find some indicators that in your case were the biggest gain, biggest loss. You do forecasting for your indicators using historical data, many things. Again, there is a training video tutorial that explains many interesting details. Of course, you can just set some notifications so that if something changes, your team will be informed about this. Many different things, some reports, and other stuff. So that's what I wanted to show you in this video. This template for a balanced scorecard for a hospital with its 4 perspectives, with some goals, some indicators inside. And this template helps us to describe and to execute a strategy of our organization from a healthcare domain better. And actually, this is a starting point to design your own strategy, your own balanced scorecard. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with us. And we hope that our team will be able to help you with your challenges related to the key performance indicators or to the balanced scorecard. Thank you for your attention.